things just took a sharp turn. After days filled with silence, heartbreak, and betrayal, Chrissy Rock has finally broken her quiet stance by walking straight into a Los Angeles police station. And what she handed over flipped this entire custody dispute upside down. Sources confirm that Chrissy officially filed a police report against Blueface's mother, Karesa, accusing her of manipulation, emotional coercion, fraud, and unauthorized interference with custody. But that's not even the most shocking twist. Mere hours after the report was submitted, a secret audio recording leaked online. A woman's voice, allegedly Karesa's, caught saying the quiet part out loud. She admits she was never supposed to be discovered. Yet now, with the baby in her possession, the damage is done. The internet exploded overnight. Fans are demanding investigations, legal experts are weighing in, and Karesa remains missing in action. This isn't just drama anymore. It's veered into criminal territory. What happens next could lead to arrests. So stay tuned, because this revelation is about to change everything. The online world thought it had seen it all. Motel surveillance footage, explosive custody battles, cryptic social media posts, and friends turning into informants. But yesterday morning marked a turning point, not just for gossip, but for Chrissy Rock herself. After days of emotional silence, minimal updates, and one haunting hospital bracelet photo, Chrissy stepped out of the shadows and into action. Shouty. Exactly 9:37 a.m., she arrived at a downtown LA police station, flanked by her new legal team and a quiet assistant. No cameras, no makeup, just determined focus. Inside, she handed over a folder with multiple pages, a detailed written statement, and, most importantly, a USB drive in a protective case. What was on that drive? A recorded phone conversation sent anonymously just 48 hours prior. The voice. On the tape, allegedly Karesa's, contained enough evidence to shake the foundation of the entire custody battle. But to truly grasp how things escalated from the motel video scandal to Chrissy filing a police report against the woman now holding her child, you have to rewind 3 days. When the motel footage first leaked, fans were split. Was Chrissy tricked? Did she willingly surrender baby Junior? Was she spiraling or being manipulated? One thing was clear, she was broken. And after the footage went viral, Chrissy started receiving strange messages from burner accounts. Cryptic warnings like, "They lied to you. She planned it. Check your old voicemails." At first, her team dismissed it as trolling, until a mysterious audio file landed in her manager's inbox. No sender, just a short, roughly 3-minute clip. The content was explosive. Upon hearing it, Chrissy broke down. She had trusted T, a friend who she thought was helping, but the tape revealed a chilling truth. Karesa's voice coldly confirming a premeditated plan to take the baby, disguised as concern for Chrissy's mental health. Chrissy's legal team confirmed the police report included this audio as evidence of deliberate deception and custodial interference. It alleges Karesa orchestrated a false handoff, misleading Chrissy into surrendering baby Junior while secretly planning to claim full custody. Even more damning, this wasn't a spur-of-the-moment scheme. The call dates back a month before the motel incident, proving premeditation. Adding fuel to the fire, the leak apparently came from inside Karesa's own circle. A now-deleted account, reportedly belonging to a former friend of Karesa, claimed she warned Karesa about revealing too much on the call, but Karesa allegedly dismissed it, confident the system would never side with Chrissy. Public pressure on law enforcement has skyrocketed, with hashtags demanding a probe trending worldwide and major media outlets covering the unfolding saga. Legal experts debate whether the recording qualifies as concrete evidence of custodial fraud. Yet amid the chaos, Chrissy remains silent. No interviews, no public statements, except for one quote from someone inside the precinct. "I'm not doing this for drama. I'm doing this for my son." Questions now swirl. Will Karesa face charges? Could Child Protective Services reverse the custody decision? Was Blueface involved in the alleged scheme? And what happens when the full audio is released? Sources suggest the leaked 3-minute snippet is only half the story. With Chrissy's formal statement and audio evidence now under review by the LAPD's Family Crimes Unit, this custody battle has officially morphed into a criminal investigation. Yet, while Chrissy faces mounting pressure, Karesa responded with chilling nonchalance, posting a kitchen video, robe-clad and sipping coffee, taunting, "I got time for police now, but not for parenting. I got my grandbaby fed clean and happy." Y'all can stay mad. The internet erupted. Fans called her cold and delusional. Celebrities joined the conversation. Jada Pinkett Smith tweeted, "When mothers weaponize control against each other, the child always loses. This ain't power. This is poison." Monique Slaughter added, "If that was my mom, you'd never see my kid again." Meanwhile, Blueface has stayed silent, fueling speculation about his role. His last public words, "We got more receipts." Then, the first major legal move arrived. Chrissy's attorneys filed an emergency petition demanding a full custody reevaluation based on the new evidence pointing to coercion and conspiracy. The judge who granted Karesa emergency custody ordered a 48-hour review. Karesa must now provide detailed proof of every step taken to remove baby Junior from Chrissy's care. Failure to do so could mean losing custody immediately. But the biggest surprise came from T, Chrissy's former best friend who filmed the motel video and was publicly vilified as a betrayer. In a tearful Instagram live, T flipped the narrative, confessing she was manipulated by Karesa, who coached her on what to say and record, promising it would help Chrissy. After hearing the leaked audio, T says she feels sick and is ready to testify, turning from villain to key witness. Fans quickly embraced T's confession, flooding social media. She confirmed she's cooperating with Chrissy's legal team and submitting a statement to the court and police. Her revelations exposed Karesa's daily contact and manipulation leading up to the motel incident. As T's story spread, a new leak surfaced, a screen recording of alleged texts from Karesa, boasting about her custody plan weeks before the scandal. Though unconfirmed, the tone and timing align with the leaked audio and viral breakdown. It's clear this was no accident. This was a carefully coordinated takedown. Now, with police, courts, and the public all watching, Karesa's grip is slipping. What was once admired by Blueface's fans now looks cold, calculated, and ruthless. The fallout is just beginning, and this battle for baby Junior is far from over. For the first time in weeks, Chrissy quietly shared T's apology video. No caption, no emojis, just a subtle nod signaling the shifting tides. But beneath this calm surface, a much bigger storm was brewing. What the public doesn't know yet is that the full 9-minute, 58-second audio recording hasn't been made public. Insiders reveal the last 2 minutes drop a bombshell, a name nobody expected, someone tied directly to the entire setup. This name could either dismantle the case or blow it wide open. The world had already been shaken by the initial 3-minute snippet. But when the full version surfaced on a whistleblower blog just after midnight, everything changed. This wasn't some casual conversation or emotional rant. It was a cold, calculated blueprint. The recording opens with Karesa's voice calm and confident, speaking to an unknown party. She mocks Chrissy, saying she's spiraling, crying every night, posting sad songs like Anyone Cares. Then the real plan unfolds. That's when you move. Strike when they're broken. The other voice mostly listens silently until midway through, when Karesa starts dropping names. T picked the motel. She'll play her part, Karesa says. And your boy? He's already on board. He said whatever keeps CPS happy and cameras away, he'll back it. The response is faint but clear. Bet. Just make sure Chrissy doesn't find out until it's done. The mention of your boy and the phrase, "Don't let Chrissy find out," quickly led fans to connect the dots. Your boy, meaning Blueface. He was not only aware, but complicit. This wasn't just a custody battle anymore. It was a conspiracy. The release of the full audio ignited the internet like wildfire. Within half an hour, Blueface Exposed was trending #1 worldwide. TikTok. Creators unleashed back-to-back breakdowns. Legal experts took to Instagram Live, dissecting what this meant legally. Custody battles, potential criminal charges, and the broader implications. Media outlets jumped in. The Shade Room posted the full audio. The Breakfast Club hosted a panel of legal analysts. Rolling Stone published an op-ed titled, "When Family Becomes the Villain, the Chrissy Rock Mare." But it was Angela Yee who hit the core of the issue. This sounds like premeditated emotional abuse, coordinated by a family aiming for control, not care. Chrissy's legal team followed with a statement. The full recording proves what their client has said all along. This was not concern for her well-being, but a deliberate campaign of manipulation. For once, the internet united. No longer was this entertainment or gossip. It was a raw, heartbreaking story of psychological warfare. Calls to protect Chrissy surged. Meanwhile, Blueface's world began crumbling. Streaming numbers plummeted overnight. Sponsors quietly distanced themselves. Rumors circulated that his reality show deal was on shaky ground. Then, in an unprecedented move, Child Protective Services issued a formal statement acknowledging receipt of new evidence, now under urgent review. They confirmed all guardianship arrangements were subject to immediate reassessment. Translation: Karesa's custody of baby Junior could be revoked within 48 hours, but then came the dramatic disappearing act. Just hours after the full audio dropped, Karesa vanished. Her Instagram was deleted, Twitter locked, and her phone reportedly out of service, sparking questions. Is she running from the law? Is Blueface hiding her? Meanwhile, Chrissy filed for supervised visitation, a crucial first step toward reclaiming her child. As momentum shifted, a new voice entered the fray. Chrissy's older sister, Letitia. Silent for months, she finally spoke out, posting a viral message declaring, "They tried to break her, but she's still standing. She never gave up on her baby, and now she's coming home." The comment sections overflowed with support and hope, yet the storm is far from over. At the very end of the full audio, after Karesa's scheming, a chilling pause precedes the ominous words, "If this gets out, we all go down." Who does we include? Blueface? CPS insiders? Another family member? The question hangs heavy, unanswered. As the 9-minute audio clip spread like wildfire, public reaction was swift and fierce. Chrissy's name dominated Twitter, Reddit, and every trending list. The message was clear. She was betrayed, set up, and abandoned while fighting for her child. This was never about the baby. It was about power and control. Every person involved should be held accountable. TikTok creators produced deep dives. With titles like "Voice Confirms How They Stole Baby Junior," Blueface's full involvement exposed. One tearful video alone amassed 18 million views in under 12 hours. Viewers commenting, "This isn't just tea, this is a trauma documentary playing out live." Influencers who'd remained quiet couldn't turn away. YouTuber Love Lighty declared, "This wasn't a custody battle, it was a kidnapping disguised as one." Charlemagne Tha God called it the most calculated betrayal I've ever seen, while The Breakfast Club ran special segments on toxic family dynamics and power abuse. Tamar Braxton weighed in. "This isn't messy. This is evil. Karesa must be held accountable." Cardi B, who had been watching from the sidelines, broke her silence with a powerful post that quickly racked up nearly 1 million likes, saying, "The industry gaslighted that girl, her man, his mama, social media, and she still fought back." The tide has turned. The story is no longer just about custody. It's a reckoning. And for Chrissy, it's a fight for justice, truth, and her son. She's stronger than any of us imagined. And now the tide was shifting on multiple fronts. Brands began dropping Blueface at lightning speed. One major energy drink company quietly pulled his promo link, a highly anticipated feature vanished from an upcoming project, and a sneaker collaboration was pushed indefinitely, according to a verified gossip source. Sponsors reevaluated their partnerships, pulling back funding as they reconsidered their associations with him. Social media turned hostile. Blueface's follower count nosedived while comment sections flooded with snake emojis, canceled, spams, and even death threats. The message was clear. How could you let your baby mama fall apart for clout? You're supposed to be a father, not a fraud. The advice was blunt. Get a lawyer, not a microphone. But the most damaging revelations came from within his inner circle. One of his former 8 bodyguards anonymously spilled to a tabloid, "We all knew something was off with Karesa. Blueface just kept saying, 'Let my mama handle it.' He didn't ask questions, didn't want to know." Meanwhile, CPS faced a mounting public relations disaster. Petitions demanding Karesa's removal from guardianship surged. Calls for an immediate audit of the custody decision and an external investigation into the CPS official who approved it gained traction fast. One petition alone gathered over 325,000 signatures in just 18 hours. Parenting communities and child's advocacy groups rallied behind Chrissy's case, pointing out how a vulnerable young Black mother was stripped of her child, not because she was unfit, but because she showed emotion online. CPS issued a follow-up statement. "We are collaborating with external partners to reassess the case. The safety and well-being of the child remain our priority." But the public was unconvinced. Your priority was Karesa's agenda. You never protected that baby. You enabled them to take him. We want resignations. In the midst of the chaos, Chrissy shared her first full statement on Instagram. "This was never about drama. This was about my baby. I didn't break. I didn't lose my mind. I was grieving. And now, I'm fighting. Thank you to those who never turned their back." Her words struck a chord, amassing 4 million likes in just one day. Meanwhile, Blueface's last Instagram story disappeared. Karesa's account remained locked and silent. The pressure was escalating fast. Then came a seismic shock. TMZ reported that the district attorney officially requested all materials linked to the audio leak. Texts, police reports, everything, for possible criminal prosecution. Yes, criminal charges could be on the horizon. Conspiracy, coercion, custody interference. Rumors swirl that a court date could be just days away. Now the entire entertainment industry was watching. This was no longer just Baby Junior's story. It was about truth, power, and the staggering cost of betrayal. The next move might land someone behind bars, just when the drama seemed unsalvageable. An emergency closed-door court hearing stunned everyone. Chrissy's legal team presented evidence previously unseen by the public. Surveillance footage, not from a motel, not from CPS offices, but from Karesa's own home. Leaked from a now deactivated burner account, the video allegedly shows Karesa on the phone with Blueface, pacing her kitchen 2 days before the custody handover, while Baby Junior cries alone on the couch for nearly 40 minutes. During the call, Karesa reportedly says, "Let her keep crying. I ain't about to be no full-time babysitter. This is just for show." The courtroom was floored. Even the judge reportedly paused and declared, "This changes everything." The video was officially entered into evidence. Suddenly, CPS faced a hard question. How did Karesa gain custody if she never intended to care for the child? The pressure mounted to a breaking point, but the twists kept coming. As Chrissy's team left court, a reporter asked if Blueface would face charges. Her attorney smiled but said nothing except, "We're not done yet." Hours later, a subpoena was served. Blueface is now legally compelled to testify in the investigation. Failure to appear could mean contempt, false statements, perjury charges. His past denials about the conspiracy are under harsh scrutiny. Jail time could be looming. The man who spent weeks mocking Chrissy's pain in songs, stories, and live videos was finally cornered. Sources say his camp is panicking. Rumors suggest he may flip on his own mother, claiming ignorance of the plot, desperate to save his label deals. He's ready to turn. And Chrissy? She posted again, a single powerful sentence. "Let the snakes eat each other." Fans absolutely lost it. The sentiment was clear. Chrissy isn't finished by any stretch of the imagination. While Blueface is unraveling publicly, folding under pressure like freshly laundered clothes, the narrative is flipping in ways no one expected. Many assumed Chrissy would crack or disappear under the weight of the scandal, but instead, she's finding strength, gaining momentum, and preparing for what's next. The truth is, this battle is only beginning, and the stakes have never been higher. At this stage, the question isn't whether this explosive custody and conspiracy case will blow wide open. It's about who will take the first major fall. Blueface and Karesa are now in the spotlight as key players whose every move is being scrutinized. Will Blueface crack under legal pressure and turn on Karesa in court, exposing deeper layers of manipulation? His camp is reportedly on edge, and insiders hint at his willingness to flip in an effort to save himself and his career. Such a move could send shockwaves through the entire case, potentially unraveling the carefully orchestrated setup.